afternoon, everyone. Welcome to class. Today I'd like to begin talking about our theory session. As we completed last week's class, we went over skills sessions. We did some demonstrations. We took care of answering some questions. And today we're going to move into a new role, and that will be our theory session. We're going to kind of switch gears and go ahead and jump ahead a little bit based upon what we have been building up to as far as our sheet metal work. And we're going to look at the operation of a small business owner to a corporation. And we're going to look at a project called Operational Excellence. And that'll be our title for today. Will be Operational Excellence. And our performance objective is we're going to give examples of strategic initiatives, and the trainee will learn to understand better business practices through operational excellence programs within our organization. I want to kind of just go through a few things to make sure that you're able to understand what an operational excellence is, what a strategic initiative is, and explain to you why these particular areas of interest are important to you. Whether you may move on into management, whether you may move on into the hourly workforce, it plays into your benefit and your learning skills for this particular class. Can anyone explain to me any background or any knowledge that they may have of continuous improvement, safety, 5S, any kind of money-saving quality initiatives that you may be familiar with? Anything and above that will play into operational excellence as we know it today. Excuse me? Yes, that's a good point. Operational excellence is something that has been more or less, I think we could safely say that. I think operational excellence has been more or less derived from the automotive industry. The Japanese markets have played a great deal into Kaizen and these types of initiatives to bring about change in the workplace, better business practices, what have you. So let's take a quick look at what our objective is. And again, for you at home viewing on the net, we'll take a little closer look in depth of our slides for each dependent, but we will go over everything right now. What I want to do is begin with the meat and potatoes of our demonstration. Our explanation basically begins with a definition of operational excellence and strategic initiatives in global processes. So let's take a look at, okay, some of our global processes actually will begin with growth. And what is growth? How do we determine growth? What the definition of it is. Growth with a company it's a company's ability to gain in equity, assets, and market share. You're basically growing the business. A strategic initiative. What is a strategic initiative? A strategic initiative is a company's short-term goals for success through selective planning. You'll find your upper management, your mid-level management all work with strategic initiatives. And basically, strategic initiatives can be cost savings, they can be engineering, they can be continuous improvements, they can be safety related. There's a variety of avenues that we can discuss and improve on in the workplace. And the main objective here is operational excellence, which basically all of these feed into to give you a meaning or a basis for operational excellence. Operational excellence, in a sense, is objectives that drive performance to world-class levels and are measured by safety, velocity, productivity, quality, and overall customer satisfaction. Basically, in any business, whether you are a true manufacturer, whether you're a customer service type business, your customer relation, your basis for being in business, your customer, is at the utmost importance to you in the future of your business. So, which will lead you to another aspect of business, and that would be your vision statement. And as we talk about different activities in this theory session, we'll talk about listing strategic initiatives and a company's vision statement. And to give you an idea of what is a vision statement. A vision statement is simply put to be the leading global supplier of underground mining systems and services in the partnership with our customers. And as you can see here, I'm a representative of Joy Mining Machinery, and that particular vision statement is of Joy Mining Machinery. So your company, whatever it may be, its mission or vision statement is going to vary depending upon the type of business, depending upon the type of customer, and to be quite honest, we will vary depending upon its geographical location within the world. So now, do we have any questions thus far? Okay, good. I see everybody did their reading. Let's move on. And if we look down, basically, we can move right on down to our summary. And as we discussed, the performance objective. What is our performance objective? Well, our performance objective is to give examples of strategic initiatives that would allow the trainee to have a better understanding of business practices through operational excellence within our organization. And then we look at market changes, and we look at why it's important to realize and understand how to be proactive in developing business strategies, not just for right now, not for tomorrow, but for tomorrow and therefore into the beyond. The future in the business strategy is very important. If you stay focused on today, you will be out of business tomorrow. It changes that quickly. With that being said, let's take a look at, we reviewed our vision statement or mission statement for some companies. What are the strategic initiatives? Well, let's talk about some strategic initiatives and how they relate to operational excellence. One strategic initiative would be 6S. And 6S is, it's more or less a housekeeping, cleanliness. Everything has a place. Everything should be in its place. Some of those examples are safety, sort, shine, standardize, sustain. All of these make up what is in the business world referred to as 6S. Other initiatives would be verification lists. Verification list is something that the hourly employee, the production worker, actually goes through, processes, and documents for quality verification. This ensures a quality product on a more consistent level. It gives the employee a sense of ownership in what they're doing, which is vital in today's market. Another would be continuous improvement projects. You can pull in subgroups from different areas, from one department to the next, to improve the flow, your product flow throughout your facility. You can evaluate the types of equipment that are in process versus what may be available out there that can cut your turn times or your production times. So there's a variety of things to look at for strategic initiatives, all which play into operational excellence. So why are they important? Well, in today's business society, you have operational costs, you have operational requirements, you have that are safety, OSHA related, There's cost with anything that you have to produce. Cost whether it's purchasing, labor, materials, overtime, overhead. So it's always an important role that a company has to play to continue to be proactive, productive at the best cost. And operational excellence is one tool, if not the tool, to keep you in that type of format. Basically, it's if you're not doing it, your competitor is. So you want to stay right on the cutting edge of the latest technology, the latest information, and the best training possible. And that's why these things are important. So, as we go back and we review, we want to take a look at what growth is. And we said growth was a company's ability to gain in equity, assets, and market share. We've got strategic initiatives, which are a company's short-term goals for success through selective planning. We have operational excellence, objectives that drive performance to world-class levels, and they are measured by safety, velocity, productivity, quality, and overall customer satisfaction. Now, can anyone give me an example of each? Right, that would be an excellent example for growth. Does anyone have anything for strategic initiatives? You might have to give a little thought into strategic initiatives, but one of the things you could look at is a purchasing plan or purchasing agreements. Sometimes these contracts can be locked in long term that reduce your overall purchase price for cost of goods sold and materials that would be purchased to bring in for manufacturing. That would be a good example. Anyone have anything for operational excellence? You know, again, it is impressive that you guys have taken the initiative to maybe even read a little further and find this interesting, but there is a thing called a spaghetti diagram, and I'm glad you brought that up. Spaghetti diagram is if you took a flow chart of any item that was manufactured in a plant, and you would trace it from step 1 to step 31, however many steps it takes to produce that part, and it goes from this area to this area to this area to this area, you might find that there's a lot of unneeded motion to that part, and with that, a lot of unneeded cost. So again, operational excellence is an excellent tool to accomplish long-term goals and short-term goals. And the main object to making this successful is it's a team aspect. It's not one side driving it down to the other. It's a team aspect. It involves the hourly workforce, it involves the managerial side, and it involves upper management to truly make it be successful. So what I would like to do now is I feel like we reviewed a lot of the key points. We can take a few other questions if anybody has any. Okay. Everybody's in good shape? Well, you seem to be. Everybody's went through this session pretty well, pretty smooth. What we want to do for our next class, next week, we want to go ahead and look at reviewing chapters 10 through 12 and be prepared to discuss quality and continuous improvement initiatives for our class next week. And unless anyone has any further questions, no? Again, you have my email. That's probably the best way to reach me. So if there's no further questions, you guys have a great day. I appreciate your attention and look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.